Good morning. This is Michael from Life Lessons at Lunch. I just wanted to talk to you about a few myths. Myths? How do you pronounce that? Myth is plural. Myths about addiction and about people who suffer from depression and anxiety. Some people believe that someone's an overeater, that they just can't stop eating. What's wrong with them? They eat so much. And the reality is there's an underlying problem behind that. Same with alcoholics, same with drug addicts. They try something and it clicks for them. And what I mean by that is they try to ignore something. They try to, there's some kind of deadening feeling inside of them. And what they do is, they can't get it out of their head. They can't shake it. So what they do is they look for something to substitute, to forget about it. That's what drugs do. That's what alcohol does. That's what food does. You ever heard of comfort food? Comfort food means people are stressed or feeling lonely or depressed or whatever, and they need some kind of comfort, so they eat. And that taste of the fat or the sugar or the sweets are so soothing to them. So the myth is that, they can't control themselves. No, they have an underlying problem that they're running from. And yeah, they can't control the fact that they have to run. Sometimes they just don't know better. They need education. They need to understand what's going on. Another myth is people say, oh, I was going to invite him, but he's an alcoholic. And first of all, you don't have to whisper. It's not a secret that they are alcoholics. It's not a secret that people do overindulge. But the myth is that, they can't be around it, or, you can't invite them. And that's not true. In the beginning, it is suggested by the programs that they have to not be around, barbecue parties where all kinds of food is, to be around a lot of alcohol, like go to bars, because you're trying to overcome. See, it takes about 45 days to really induce a habit, make it solid. So if somebody's drinking for 45 days straight, or, to a point where it's a habit, they need it, they need to stop for at least 45 days to even get somewhat of a hold on themselves. So the myth is that they can't be around alcohol, they can't be around food if they're overeaters, they can't be in the bar setting. It's true in the beginning, because you want to abstain, you want to stay away, you want to be as pure as possible. But after that, through time, they have to learn to control themselves, and they can't. They have to learn to deal with their problems. Go to therapy, see clergymen, go to discussion groups, go to AA meetings, NA meetings, overeater meetings. Go to these things to seek help and find a commonality. And commonality is not found in a bar. The thing about it is that even if you go to an AA meeting, they have a creed that they do. They talk about short little paragraphs of their big book. Well, one of them says, if anyone here can get up and go out and drink like a gentleman, our hats are off to him. What they're saying is, if you can control yourself, then great, good for you. But if you can't control yourself, stay at the meeting. Come to the meetings. Be part of the group. And try to find a commonality of sobriety or drug-free or, food-free, in a sense. Eat healthier. Because everything is dangerous. Anything in excess is dangerous. So any kind of obsession should be studied. You should Google it. Lord knows we didn't have that when we were kids. There's all kinds of things you can Google. So a lot of the myths that happen aren't true. They are just prefabricated feelings and emotions people express about somebody. It's called judgments. And you shouldn't judge anyone. You don't know what's going on. You see them 300 pounds and you think, oh wow, man, they can't stop eating. Well, you look at they're eating the whole turkey and the chicken and everything, and you know what? It's something that they need to get through. And you can just support them, give them praise, tell them thank you. Don't get too involved. Just say, hey, you did a good job. I noticed you're eating healthy, man. I got to do that too. Let them know that they're part of the normal people as well. And also, when you feel that way yourself, or you see somebody you feel sorry for, Just pray for them. Just say, God, you know what? Open my heart to understand their problem. And, I don't want to get involved, and I don't want. That's fine. Don't get involved. Just pray for them. Root them on. Give them an encouragement. Pat them on the back. Because that's why they're in the situation that they're in the first place. There's something missing. So, like I said, just pray about it and say, God, help me help them if you can. This is Michael from Life Lessons at Lunch. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.